What is going on, guys? I am LaserBolt and welcome to a very important video. Warning, you definitely have to watch this whether you NG plus or you haven't NG plus, because I want to make sure you do not make the same mistakes I did, and I want to help you guys that if you do NG plus, that you make the correct steps to not only level up fast, get the right legendary gear, when to get it, and how to min-max anything that you're doing in the game. So if you find this video helpful and informative, a like would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to put timestamps for people who haven't NG plus, and I'm also going to put timestamps for people who already NG plus. The video should help both of you guys out. And if you already made any of these mistakes, let me know in the comment section down below if you already NG plus. Now, I do want to give a shout out to everybody that's decided to support the channel by becoming a member, hitting that join button down below. Thank you very much. Your names are scrolling there. Big thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Now, with that being said, let's talk about what you should do before you NG plus. I'm just going to explain what NG plus is for those of you guys who are new. So NG plus is a brand new mechanic mode they added to the game that allows you to replay the story mission again. Now, you're probably saying, why do I want to do that? Well, there's an incentive, because if you just do the regular without no NG plussing, you're just going to be hit level 30. Now, if you want to hit the max level in the game, which is level 40, you're going to want to make sure you NG plus, because that's going to get you all the way to level 40. Now, before we go any further, let's talk about the mistakes you want to avoid when doing so. So step number one, guys, you want to make sure you unlock all your ability points. Now, even though you're level 30, you're still able to get a total of 33 points. Now, the way you're able to do this is by completing the challenges that are available for you guys while you're still level 30. Now, the reason why you want to complete these challenges is because you want to have the upper hand when you hit the higher level, so you're not fighting higher enemies. Because remember, when you NG plus, you're going to be, the enemy's difficulty is going to be raised up. So you want to make sure you have all the ability points unlocked. So these challenges are pretty easy to do. The first challenge you have to do is collect all the batarangs. That's pretty easy. There's a total of 60 of them. Then you have to do the art scan. I think there's 12 of them. And then you have to locate the 40 landmarks. This takes a little bit of time to do. It takes like about an hour to 2 hours, 3 hours. Depending if you have your knighthood abilities unlocked, it's going to go faster. If you don't, then it's not. So I would highly suggest, guys, you unlock your knighthood abilities. And that leads me to my second one, is that you guys want to make sure you unlock your knighthood abilities. Now, these abilities are going to unlock a couple of things. Not only is it going to unlock the way you traverse the game, but it's also going to unlock new skill sets for your characters. So you definitely want to do these guys before you NG plus. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, make sure you do it on all the other 3 characters as well. Don't do the mistake I did, which is I went in there, I NG plus, I rushed all the way to NG plus, and I had to unlock my mobilities on NG plus. Now, the problem with unlocking the mobilities on the NG plus is that it sends you out to fight crime. And even though your characters are probably level 30, because some of the gear you collected, which I'm going to explain right now how it works, will help you out, the enemies will still be higher level, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to do these abilities or these activities at a higher level. So I would suggest, even if you don't plan on playing as Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, or Robin, whoever you are, you should unlock their knighthood abilities, so it gives you that skill set that you don't have to do it all over again, and you can do it at an easier level and at a faster pace. Now, speaking about unlocking and sharing gear at a max level, what would I suggest, guys, is make sure that before you NG plus, be level 30, guys. Don't make the mistake of going in there at a lower level. The reason is because some of the stuff that you pick up before you NG plus will carry over to your other characters. And these leads me to number 4, which is opening the caches for the Batman caches. You know, the ones that you go in there and they ask you to do like a little run through. Open those once you're level 30. The reason you want to open these is because this gear is shared across characters. So that means if Batgirl opens it up, Robin's going to get it, Nightwing's going to get it, Red Hood's going to get it. And this is going to be extremely important, because when you guys decide to NG plus, your characters are going to be level 30 all across the board. You do not want to go with Batgirl being level 30 and Robin being like level 25 and Knighthood being 23. You want to make sure you go in there with everybody being 30 across the board and having the proper gear to be level 30. Okay, so you could be level 30, but you don't have that gear, then it's going to be a problem. So make sure that when you open those Batman caches, you're level 30. So the gear you get is level 30, the mods you get is level 30, and that leads me to number 5. Remember, The mods are shared across the board. So you're going to want to make sure you have enough mods to be able to equip in the gear. Now, when you hit level 30, you will start getting legendaries, and these legendaries will be dropping with 2 to 3 gear mod slots, and you don't want to be caught there where you have like a white or a green mod slot and you're applying that into your like legendary gear, because these are not going to help you out a lot. You want to make sure you have at least heroic. You want to make sure you have some legendary mods there so you could apply them to your legendary gear. So it gives you the upper hand. So when you get to NG Plus, you're not struggling completing it and hitting that level 40 cap. All right, so now that you guys know what to do before you NG Plus, let's talk about what you should do after you NG Plus. And this is extremely important that you follow this pattern. If you already NG Plus, still listen to the video, because if you're like level 35 or level 40, I'm still have some very important information to give you guys. Number one is when you get to the Belfry for the very first time, you want to make sure you redo every training mission. So you're going to want to make sure that you get to the Belfry, you head over to the training dummy, and within the training dummy, you want to make sure you do every single basic training all over again. This is going to reward you XP. In addition to that, guys, you want to make sure that you go to your gear and you look for the suits, if you did get the deluxe edition, and you get the gear that's going to give you the extra XP, because the Beyond suit, you should have like a level 30 here. You want to make sure you look for a level 30 Beyond suit, because that's going to give you a little bit more XP, and then come and do the training off the bat. Now, in addition to that, you're also going to want to make sure that when you get done with the training, you should at least be level 33, almost level 35. So you get like a huge boost of XP there, guys, just by doing the training missions all over again. Now, after you do that, you're going to want to make sure you hit level 40 as quickly as you possibly can. The best way you want to do this is by completing the missions. Now, it's extremely important, guys, that you complete the storyline. And after you complete the storyline, make sure you guys come back to the Belfry. The reason why is, remember, the game scales up based on the level you are. So if you're level 35 and you already went up 2 levels, the enemies are going to stay at level 35. You're going to go up a level, and the XP you're gaining is going to get reduced. So make sure you guys are coming to the Belfry. By the time you complete the storyline, you should at least be 38 or 39, even 40. It just depends on how many enemies you're killing on the way, or if you're speedrunning it. After you guys go ahead and complete the story, if you're level 40, then you're not going to want to do this part unless you just want to replay it. If you're not level 40, I would suggest doing the side missions, and that includes Mr. Freeze, Harley Quinn, Clayface, doing those, because that's going to reward you some really good gear, and that gear is going to help you guys getting maxed out. Once you hit level 40, then the grind begins, because now it comes time to get your legendary armor. And getting legendary armor, guys, it's a little bit more complex than you think. I actually have a video called the Ultimate Gear Guide that you're definitely going to want to check out. I don't want to break it down all here because I don't want to make this video too long. But guys, it is more complex than you think. It's not just about getting a legendary. You also have to plan on, depending on the character you pick, you want to plan on what's going to be the benefits of the gear you're picking up. And not only do you have to get a legendary suit, you have to get a legendary melee weapon and a legendary ranged weapon, and it has to match your build. Even though you might think like, well, Laser, I unlocked the whole skill tree, what build are you talking about? There is a bit of synergy when it comes to the build that you guys are definitely going to want to consider. So you're definitely going to want to check out that video. But regardless, you're going to want to start farming legendaries. Now, what is the best way to farm legendaries? I already have a video of that, but I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown. You want to make sure you convert these red icons into very hard or very difficult, and that is the most effective way to actually do it. Another thing I want to recommend and mention is that you're going to want to make sure you start crafting gear. Now, gear is going to be really important that you start crafting, because you're going to probably get some legendaries in here that you want to craft, and you might be short on getting the material in order to craft it. I have a really good video on how to actually get that legendary material, so you're definitely going to want to check out that video. But I would recommend you also watch my how to get the talent suit video, because that should help you get started to get that legendary gear fast and easy. Now, it's time to start farming. So the advantage you're going to have, guys, remember the Batman catches that we got at level 30? You're going to want to do the same thing, guys. Do not open up the Batman catches until you're level 40. The reason, once again, is that these are also going to carry across characters, and you want to make sure your other characters have level 40 gear in case you decide to play with them. So you want to make sure that you go and collect those, and those should give you guys heroic gear, and it should give you enough gear to not only help you out as soon as you complete the campaign and the side missions to get fully heroic decked out gear. You're also going to want to go talk to Lucius Fox. He's going to give you heroic mods and heroic gears once you're level 40, so you guys can get everything heroic. Now, after you have everything heroic, now it's time to start farming those legendaries that I mentioned earlier and start min-maxing your gear to get a very good proper build. Of course, the best way to actually target this, guys, is once again, like I said, turning these two very hard so you guys can make sure you get them, completing the quest for the NPCs, and of course, doing the other stuff that I talked on my previous videos. Now, once you do that, guys, then it's time to start working on your build and getting ready for the brand new mode that's coming out very soon and seeing what characters synergize with which characters. I will have builds for each individual character, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you pay attention to the channel. Plus, we have a really, really good video coming out, which is how to get God rolls, so you're definitely not going to want to miss that video. Check out that ultimate gear guide as well. It's going to be appearing here on the channel just in a little bit. Thank you guys for the amazing support. You guys are awesome. We couldn't do this without you guys. Big shout out to all the members who have decided to join by hitting that join button. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on all your notifications so you guys won't miss when our videos go live, and do hit us with a like. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.